Ukraine is also having a couple of sessions to pick the successor of Jamala, the winner in Stockholm, of course. Our own Sadie Trent is an Ukraine-expert and has covered the show for us this weekend. Sadie, have we already seen perhaps the next Jamala for Ukraine?
I think possibly. Tayana, who qualified top last night, had a song which people instantly liked. And every forum I watched on STB, on Eurovision, everywhere I was looking, people were saying, vote for her, vote for her. Her song had a strong vocal chorus, just like 1944. The song had a slow tempo, like 1944. So if anything, I think she has the strongest advantage. But I think it's a shame that some people at the moment have such a negative outlook on Ukraine at the moment. Otherwise, this song would do very well, but it's highly unlikely she would win. I think, if anything, she would play similar to what Zlata Ognievich placed, and place maybe second or third, but she wouldn't place first. But it would be a vast improvement on Green Jolly that they had last time on home soil in 2005.
Yeah, do you think they also want to win again? Because so far it's a bit of a struggle hosting Eurovision thus far.
I think they will want to win again, because obviously, I know we don't want to bring politics into it, but obviously with the bad last couple of years that Ukraine had, with Maidan and with their ex-president doing a run to Russia, I think Ukraine want to show themselves in a pro-European positive light. So I think winning something like Eurovision, again, maybe on home soil, would not only surprise the viewers and people. I know it would surprise people like Ruslana, Jamal and people like that, but it would show them again in a positive light. And I think they would do everything possible to host a second time round. But I think, as much as I am a pro-supporter of Ukraine, I don't think it would happen.
It was just the first show, but already a very long evening. Ukraine started the night from all the countries that had their shows on Saturday, and they also closed off the evening.
Alex, they had an outage about 15 minutes into the show. So by the time Ukraine had finished the first part of their show, all the performances in Melody Festivalen were just starting. So I had time to finish watching the performances in Ukraine, then switch over to Melody Festivalen, see all 7 performances and their voting sequence, and switch back to Ukraine. So I must have done so much switching channels last night. It was horrendous, but I think people had a good laugh and I told them I was doing it.
Is this something that makes the EBU nervous, perhaps? These technical problems, if you can speak of that in Ukraine?
Well, I think it would actually, because STB are one of the major media partners for 2017, so I think, yes, it would make them nervous, but I think 2017, the Eurovision will be fine, because they'll have what they need, and they're bringing in all the experts in from Sweden, from Germany. So I think that they'll have the technical background for what they need, whereas this show solely was just Ukraine and Ukraine on their own, whereas Eurovision in May is going to be Ukraine with help from people like Germany, Sweden, and other people like that. So, yeah, I think, it might make them a bit nervous, but obviously there was 2 channels that were broadcasted it last night. So if they're going to do that, that might be an idea for them in May to have it broadcast on STB and on UA Parity. So just in case anything does go wrong, they've got the fallback.
Yeah. So about the show, about the system Ukraine is using to pick their next entry, they have this jury with people like Ruslana sitting in there. They have done a good job at representing Ukraine at the Eurovision in the past. Is it a good strategy that they will now comment on perhaps the next artist that will represent them?
I'll say I think it was an excellent strategy. As you mentioned, last year Ruslana was on the committee and she kept that very quiet. I met her a couple of months before she was doing it and she was very tight-lipped about it. And obviously now they've got Jamala on the panel, and I think they are doing an excellent job. But I would have rather have had someone else replace Andrei Danilko, because he made some really bad comments about Eurovision in Ukraine a while back, saying it was trashy and tacky. But yet his outfit last night and going back to last year's show, it doesn't look like he was making that much of an effort. So I think, yeah, it does work if you have the right people. But I know my comment's going to be controversial, but I don't think he should be on the panel. I think maybe replace him with Jamala and keep Ruslana, or if Ruslana wanted to go, maybe replace her with someone else. I would have been happy with that. And with the head of jury, Konstantin Melodiv, he's worked with like Eurovision stars like Polina Gagarina. So I think his international expertise would help the participants. I'm trying to think the best way to describe it. Help them further their international careers. And I know because he's part Georgian, the Georgian entry also performed as one of the interval acts last night, and bless him, he could not keep his mouth shut. I think he was so surprised. And I bet he's thinking, why am I in Ukraine? I want to go back to Georgia, bless him.
Yeah, was she the best of the interval acts? Because we also saw the act from Belarus, I believe.
No, going back to what I said in the podcast a few weeks ago about Nari, I hands down say Nari was the best of the interval acts. Yeah, hands down. Because I thought they were the Palace of Sports, but I was corrected. They were at the at some university, big national university in Kiev, but it's still a bigger stage to what they had last year, but not as big as the Eurovision stage would be, but much bigger than what they had in Belarus. So it showed that they could fill that big stage. And after that, they sung 1944 in Belarusian to Jamala, and she was so emotional. I've never seen her cry so much. So I think they will go down well. I think they had the biggest cheer of the night, but anyone who had performed, including the participants. So I think that they're going to do extremely well in May.
Thank you, Sadie.